Good evening, Enchanted Darlings. We're out here at sun's going down, not quite dusk. We're going to do a quick tour of the 2024 Enchanted Garden. Put you guys over that way while I get the gate locked. Okay, we're going to start over here at the garden table. This is the workbench. This is the next seeds that are going to go in the ground. Beautiful garden art from my sister. Seed box. These are the seeds that are probably for fall. And there's see, everything comes out in the spring after all the rains. All the little goodies like this come out. So this right here, let's see if we can get that where y'all can see it. Did I say hello, Enchanted Darlings? I don't know. If I didn't, well, forgive me. So this is the 2024 Enchanted Garden this year. And some things still need to be built. I've got the frame, the foundation frame for the relaxing platform. And so that'll be finished. The pond, I've started working on it. The last time I worked on it was 2019, before 4 years of health challenges. So that's going to get done by the end of the summer. I've started working on it again, digging it out. Everything else is in place. We have a new herb garden that you're going to see this year. We have new raised beds over here that you're going to see in just a minute. So that's what we've got. This is kind of dark. It's really actually just a very light gray pavers. But hey, I didn't have a light gray. So let's slowly go up so nobody gets too dizzy. Okay, we're going to start over here. This is a raised bed of galvanized steel, and then this greenhouse slips right over it. It's been a game changer. I put my seedlings in there, and in 2 days they were all popping. It's just great. Got this from my mother-in-law, Phyllis, and Phyllis, if you watch this, love this. Love this. It's just wonderful. Okay, this year we have in this peach tree planter, we also have cilantro that'll be coming up, parsley, and we have the returning strawberries. Of course, we brought out all of our yard decorations, butterflies and ladybugs and everything. All of our yard decorations are out. These two raised beds, and we're still putting in the watering system. The pipe that you see right here, that is part of the watering system. We just need to get our connections and our spigots on, and then we'll be putting drip lines through all of these. This one has watering coming up. Oh, and we also have to do the connection to the main. This one has its own. This is future expansion. This year it's probably going to be watermelons over there, but that'll be future expansion. So this one will just cap off. If we do put a spigot on it, we might go ahead and put a spigot on that one, because we'll know we're going to have ones the same height, so we'll know where to put that spigot. So in these two came from Prince Charming. Y'all know who Prince Charming is. He bought these for the garden. Wonderful. This is the year of pretty. I always tell you guys that we put in structure and then we put in pretty. Well, 2024 is definitely the year of pretty. So this is squash, foxglove, columbine. We've got the flowers on either end to pull in pollinators. And over here in this one, we've got squash, yellow squash, and onions. And of course, flowers on either end. But I forgot to write down what kind of flowers they were. So that'll just be a neat surprise. Over here, the gnomes are back. There's little gnomes, and yes, behind that door we still have the gnome books in there. And they're gardening books for if they need to study up on anything. Okay, let's do this real quick. Okay, fairies and pixies that way, gnomes this way. And we've got squash and carnations, eggplant, black beauty eggplant, and I know that I planted something in here and forgot to write it down, so there'll be another cute surprise. The squash is coming up. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. So that's just going to take off. It loves the sunshine. And this is our Concord grape and Thompson seedless, the pink honeysuckle. A lot of these things you guys have seen, so I'm not going to kind of keep going over it. Mostly what's new. This is amaranth. Those little purple ones coming up. That's red garnet amaranth, and that is an ancient grain. Ancient grains are gluten-free, and so I'm trying that. If it works and I get some good amaranth, then I will be moving that to a much bigger area and do much bigger crop next year. This is new. The boysenberries were here last year, but this whole wall is brand new this year. We took the path out that was coming down here between this peach tree and the plum cot. There was a brick path, and it was just overgrown with weeds, and it had gotten all lumpy. So we went ahead and took that and repurposed all of those bricks into this wall. And of course my rocks, my favorite rocks. So we've got the boysenberry. I've got Rosita eggplant over here. We have oregano. These boysenberries are so healthy. They are just so happy and healthy. And then down here we have radish in the very end. The plum cot tree. There's the memory garden. There's only, I know it looks crazy, but there's only 3 pink mini roses. This was the memory garden. And they're just exploding. My goodness, they're exploding. They are so incredibly happy. Then we've got strawberry coming all the way around the front of the bed. And in about 3 weeks, there'll be snapdragons coming up the back to form the backdrop for all of those roses. Look at how many buds are on there. In about a week, we're just going to have an explosion. It's beautiful. Okay, the walkway. This is where our flagstone walkway is. Here's the nectarine. There's a little, in each of the stone fruits, I've got a little bit of leaf curl coming in that I've got to treat with some copper fungicide. They're very, very susceptible to it. Here's the asparagus car, and we've got asparagus and garlic. The one thing with asparagus is we've got a lot of female plants that bolt and go right to seed. So I'm going to keep cultivating and keep propagating to try to get more male plants in there that just shoot up the spears. Over here we got the apple. That's been here before. This is the other side of the pink honeysuckle. And then let's take a look from this way. We've got the 2 raised beds with the arched trellis. And we've got boysenberry going up on this side and peas going up the trellis on the other side. Apple tree, St. John's wort is just now coming back. We've got potatoes. In this one, we've got potatoes, plantain, mullein, oregano, lilac, yarrow, rhubarb, Blue Lake bush green beans, raspberry, roses, and way over there in the corner, right about there, we planted English daisies. Here we've got more garlic. These little tiny spears are garlic. And then we've got the boysenberry and a little bit more garlic over there and chives over in this corner. So there's let me come around this way. Okay, there's the trellis. And the grapes will be coming up this side and over on the other side, the trolls will probably get kicked out. Sorry guys. And they'll go to another home, maybe over there under the bench, because we're going to be putting in climbing roses on this side. Okay. Over here we've got the white honeysuckle. We've got fennel that's planted in here this year. And again, this is another gigantic thanks to Mom-in-law Phyllis that she funded these cherry trees. It's 2 Rainier cherry trees that we put in this year, and they are so healthy and happy. Then we have some squash that is just, the squash is right, let's see if I can get my finger there. The squash is right along the edge here. And we've got a pink honeysuckle. Back here, we've got peas that'll be coming in, and they'll be going up the welded wire fence. This is the second Rainier that I already talked about. There's the fairies. And we've got African daisies that will be coming up here. Here we have calendula, potatoes, and burdock root over on that end. Strawberries and chicory in this one. The chicory just got planted 2 days ago, so it's not sprouting yet. Then over here, let me show you the lilac bush. This is the first time it bloomed this year. Gorgeous, isn't it? Smells great too. Now it's starting to die off. The blossoms are starting to die off, but it was beautiful. We've got thyme over here. I did skip over this section, didn't I? We've got caropsis. We've got a brand new rose this year. This is a pink knockout rose. That's going to be gorgeous. And then the apple. I think I did mention the apple tree. And we've also got creeping thyme down around this way. We've got more yarrow. We've got yarrow here. And we've got yarrow over there. Because I like to put things in 2 different areas, because they may grow great in one spot depending on the dappled shade, full sun, or whatever. And it's all about finding where do things work best here. That's the mullein. This is the raspberries, and in the very back we've got those bush beans. That's a yellow rose. Okay, there's the fairies. Okay, so everything you just saw was part of the upper Enchanted Forest. So now we go into the lower. And this is completely redone this year. We still have the paver patio, but over in this corner, we're going to have this beautiful lady fountain. We'll be powering her with solar. And she is, I want to say, 3 tiers. She's 3 tiers. We still have to move the biggest lower tier and get everything level. And then this right here is on top of the 3rd highest tier, which is the clamshell right there. Okay, so I'm going to go back over here. But everything here is brand new as of the last 2 days. From right here all along. These are the bricks that I had used in a walkway up front, and again, gotten kind of weedy and sunk here and there. So they've been repurposed to here. This is all going to be herbs. We do have Swiss chard back there, but the rest of these are herbs. In the very, very edge right here, we have lavender, and then chicory right here. Now, if you'll remember, I said chicory in with those strawberries. That's because I like to put things in 2 different places to see where they're going to grow best. And I had some extra seeds, so why not throw them in with the strawberries? Okay, so this is going to be the relaxing platform. I seriously doubt whether I'll be doing yoga, but this is where we'll be kind of hanging out and still in the garden in the evening. And it looks uneven because of the sloping, but everything has been squared and everything has been leveled. All of this was stuff that I had on hand. The pillars I got from my stepson Kevin, and these I had picked up at Lowe's and actually was going to use them for something else. And these 4x4s I've had for about 3 or 4 years. So they're just now getting, put to work. Okay, then over here, we've got strawberries in the front. We've got dill, sage, borage. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, so don't quote me on it. Then we've got rosemary that I'm trying to bring back to life. It was in a pot a little bit too long, and it was left outside when it was just way too cold for it when we had snow. And then I've got more rosemary seeds in there. And then in the very, very back, this goes and forms a U shape. In the very back, I've got spinach behind there. We've got mint in the pots. And they are so invasive that they're going to stay in a pot forever and ever. I don't do pots very well, but they're going to stay in a pot. These other pots that you see are ones that I planted, like this one right here. I planted and put seeds for herbs and things. Those will get transplanted into the ground as soon as they get big enough. And then I've got anise and chamomile here. Then over here we've got Swiss chard. I've got morning glory. I've got an ornamental grass growing in one. I've got basil and dill. And one that I can't remember, and I didn't put tags in. So that is absolutely everything. If you look real far over there, there's the chickens. There's Miss Ruby Red. Isn't she adorable? So that's the quick tour. I'll do another tour once everything starts popping. And sometime in a couple of weeks, all the little different things that we've planted will start popping out, and you'll get a much better feel. Oh, I don't think I covered this one. This one is the yarrow, the grape, and another lilac plant. You know what? I might have said lily when I was talking about that, but it's lilac. Okay, if I did, sorry. And there's the raspberries. And if you grow raspberries in my area, you better be prepared to really let your water bill soar, because these need an extraordinary amount of water to stay happy and healthy. There's a dragonfly. And that is everything for now. That is the beginning of the Enchanted Garden for 2024. And I sure appreciate you guys coming along on a tour with me. Hope you enjoyed it, and talk to you soon.